Hey guys, how you guys doing today? How's everyone? How's your day going? I hope it's going fabulous. This is Grace reporting. Thank you for coming along on the bus with me. We're about to go to this very interesting place. You're gonna love it. Please support this channel. All you have to do to support my channel is like, leave comments, and subscribe to this channel. I'd appreciate that. And if you would like to support this channel on a different level, you can do so. The description will be in the box below. In saying that, let's get right to the topic. This is an interesting one, guys. I really can relate to this. I'm not just talking about it. I'm going to tell you stories that has happened to me and my experience with this topic. So the topic that I want to talk about today is spirit. Have you ever encountered a spirit? Do you know what a spirit is? If one were to come up to you, would you be able to recognize the spirit? There's different types of spirits. Are you living with a spirit? So we're going to talk about spirit today. I think it's a cool thing to talk about. I've never really heard anyone go in depth about it. And I'm going to try to deep dive, swim around, and see what we can find with these spirits. All right, so guys, again, subscribe to this channel, child. Thank you so much. What is a spirit? If somebody come to you and say, you know what, girl, there's spirits in my house. They're everywhere. They're not even paying bills in here. You know, what would you say to that person? Would you be dismissive, or would you say, oh my God, I think the same thing is happening to me. I have spirits too. They're everywhere. They're next to me right now. Ugh. What is a spirit? A spirit is a non-physical part of a person which seats of emotions and characters the soul. That is what a spirit is defined as. But everyone has their own definition of what a spirit is. There's so many different spirits floating around in this world, beating up people, and living in places they have no dwellings. Okay? There's a lot of spirits out there. I would really, really, really like to know if you guys have ever encountered any spirits. All right. Let me give you my example of the encounter with a spirit. Now, I have two boys, right? So when I was pregnant, and you know, as a woman, when you're pregnant, I'm telling you, that's when all the spirit comes out. You see things you don't even want to see. You hear voices, you're like, wait, did you guys hear that? No, really, did you hear that? Oh my God, a spirit, right? So there's different spirits. And when, like I said, when you're pregnant, it's like everything is on level 10. The spirit level has opened up. Okay, I promise you that. So when I was pregnant and I was having my last child, my little boy, and I don't know if I was seeing things, but I swear to you, I could not sleep for nothing. Ladies, can you relate? Please comment below. Don't make me go out here about myself. So I was laying down one night, right? And I was like, you see that? And he was like, no, what are you seeing? And I'm like, look at all this blood on the wall. Now I got to clean it off. And he gave me that look like, girl, what blood? I said, it's right there. Now I'm getting mad because my spiritual eyes is seeing the blood, but nobody else can see it. So I was a little bit afraid because I'm like, if I'm seeing something and I'm expressing it to this person and they can't see nothing at all, now you start to think, I really started thinking there was something. I saw a tree talk to me. I'm not even joking. It came in this close and spoke to me. This is all when I was pregnant. You know, and then I was hearing voices, and then now you start to, am I crazy? Remember that movie, The Sixth Sense? Remember it? Most of these movies that are made, it's not just by coincidence. Someone has encountered that experience and now is making millions. I need to make a movie. Right? So I would like to hear of anyone who have encountered spirits. What did the spirit say to you? There's a lot of spirits out here. Let's get into it. There's a lot of spirits out here. And some of the spirits need to die and stay dead. Okay? Some of y'all is doing too much. Y'all are living in people's houses. Y'all ain't paying rent. That's a spirit. That's called a man who don't want to get a job. That's a spirit. It's called jobless. Then you have the spirit of people who you think you are cool with, and then they show their color. That's called a fake spirit, faker. Right? Then you have the spirit of the manager who's constantly getting on your nerve. It's called a job spirit. He needs to go sit down. Then you have the spirit of the bills. It's always coming. It's called the monthly spirit. There's a lot of spirits out there. No, I'm serious. There's a lot of spirits out there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you just have to detect. Now, if you guys believe in the Bible, I'm going to do a segment about the Bible. I believe strongly in the Most High God. I just want to put that out there from now. I don't sway back and forth with him because he don't sway with me. He's very solid. He's very steadfast. And he's very, very much a presence in my life. You understand? So, I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. Yes, I am. Now, what is the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit is a gift from the Most High. I know a lot of y'all is like, what? The Holy Spirit? Yeah, some people can relate to that. The Holy Spirit is a gift. It's not, everyone won't get it. It's like Christmas. Does everyone get a gift in Christmas time? No. Some people don't get gifts on Christmas. So the Holy Spirit is a gift. So that's a form of a spirit because we all know God is a spirit. When he was walking on earth, yeah, he was a regular everyday man. But when he died and ascended, he became a spirit. Just like if somebody you love dies, your husband dies, he becomes a spirit. Now, what kind of spirit will he become? Now, especially if he was a mess, he's going to become a messy spirit. I know somebody whose husband died. I'm not even making this up. This is as true as the day is light. Her husband died and they were divorced. They wasn't together, but the husband was a mess. The spirit came back into her now husband. The current husband couldn't sleep. He was crying. He became paranoid. Everything was going crazy with him. The dead husband spirit was trying to kill the living husband. Oh my God, call the cops. We need some cop spirits in here. Get the handcuffs. Invisible or not, he gotta go. So there's a spirit out there that can control you. Now, this spirit, right? This spirit, he didn't want to die. But he was already dead. His body was no longer on earth. But he wanted to remain with his wife. But that's no longer his wife. But he loved her so much. But, when he was alive, he was a messy husband. You understand? So now the current husband had veins that was just popping out in his hands. And he was just moving away. And he couldn't control himself. Every night was like a nightmare. Oh my God. So that's called the uneasy spirit, the unrested spirit. Okay? He didn't want to rest. He couldn't rest when he was alive, and he still don't want to rest. Whew, child, that spirit get me on my damn nerve already. So that's the kind of spirit when somebody dies. And then when somebody dies also, their spirit can come and visit you in different shapes and form. Have you guys ever encountered that? Isn't that kind of cool? Like, I just got a coughing spirit. Get out of here. Now, somebody you love dies, right? Your loved one dies, and then they come back. I promise you, they will come back and talk to you. Yes, they will do that. And they can come and visit you Isn't that kind of dope though? Like, that's kind of cool. I think that's cool. My grandmother, who was like a mom to me, I really put her that high. And she died many years ago. When I was a teenager, she died. And when I was pregnant with my son, I almost lost my son. Well, I didn't almost lose him. He was trying to come very early, like at 25 weeks. And you know, Mom, that's not a good sign. And I was so nervous. I was so like, oh my God, Jesus, please. You know, I don't want to have a child that's going to have all these difficulties, you know. As a mom, you know, we want the best. So she came to me and she told me certain things. I'm not going to repeat it because one thing, let me tell you, when the Spirit comes to you and speak to you and tell you something, don't repeat it. And if you do repeat it, make sure it's to someone that can hold your secret, because they don't like that. They do not like that. So I want to hear you guys' experiences of the spirit world. There's a lot of spirit out there. There's a spirit of stealing, homosexuality. There's a spirit. I'm going to let you listen to somebody. It was a homosexuality type video, but I'm going to let you listen to what he had to say about his encounter with the spirit. I don't have nothing against the homosexuality. Please do not come for me. I am a grown channel. Thank you. So with the spirit, you have to know how to detect it. And you know, you can also summon the spirit. Some of y'all already getting summoned by the cops. So now you could go summon a spirit. Maybe he'll help keep you out of jail. Ooh. But you can summon a spirit. Would I advise that? No, I would not. Do not go around here summoning and spirits and stuff. Okay? You done summons the wrong spirit. The spirit of you can't get a car. Now you can't get a car. Your credit is messed up. You done summons the wrong spirit, girl. Start over. You know, so be careful. Remember that game they had? It was the one that you moved, right? Like you could ask it a question, right? And then it say, hey, am I going to be rich? And then it will tell you. You know they had to ban that game? Spirits Running Wild. They had to ban it. So, guys, it's an interesting world. The spiritual realm is very interesting. But it's very scary, and you have to know what you are doing, or else it can encounter you in ways you've never been encountered before. You understand? So be careful of the kind of spirit that you are inviting in your house. You know, I hear celebrities say, like when they get on stage, they say, oh, before I perform, the spirit came on me. And their spirit is like an alter ego. You know, like Nicki Minaj, she have a spirit called Roman. And then I think Beyonce have a spirit called Sasha Fierce. Like, these are spirits. They're real spirits. I'm telling you. So these people have these different spirits, and these spirits let them do different things. If you could have a spirit, what would you want your spirit to do? Huh? What would you want your spirit to look like? You know? What would you want your spirit to tell you? Huh? And what would you do with that? Would you want to always keep the spirit around? Do you want to use the spirit? Because some of y'all are users anyway. And like, what would you want to do with your spirit? Huh? So guys, I just want to say, be careful with the spirits. They are real. And I'm going to have you listen to the guy. He went in, but listen. This is what he said. Okay? And like I said, the Holy Spirit is the only spirit you should really try to encounter. Because with that spirit, it will lead you and it will guide you and it will direct your path. You know what I'm saying? So be careful of all these spirits. But let's hear him. Let's hear what he has to say.
Drag queen and prostitute. I lived a life of much gender confusion, much abuse, verbally, physically, sexually, by my father.
A lot of spirits.
I had probably 50,000 sexual partners.
50,000 sexual partners. My God.
Because I was a sex worker.
Sex worker.
And I hated myself.
Ooh.
I hated the fact that I was a man. I never knew
He-
how to accept myself or
Ooh.
truly love myself.
Wow.
And then about 6 years ago,
Wow.
someone invited me to church. And God began to change my life.
God changed his life. I needed to stop there. So this man, he was a transgender, and he said he hated being a man. He said he hated it. So he said he had over 150,000 or something like that. A very high number of sexual partners. That's a lot. He got a lot of spirits. He may need a special bath. Special bath. So now, I don't want to get too much into the transgender. I did a show on that. You could go back to my YouTube channel and you could check that out. Let me know what you think. But what he's saying is he didn't like being a man. So he wanted to change and to become a woman. But then he realized, I guess he didn't want that either. So he went to church and he got the spirit of the Most High. And that's the only spirit I really want to encourage today, guys. There's a lot of spirits out here. You can mess around and put the wrong potion in and you get the wrong potion out. So don't go around playing with spirits because they're not to be played with. You know how they say, they have these little things when you're passing a graveyard, don't point to it, you know, because there's spirits in the graveyard. There's a lot of spirits in the graveyard. I mean, where else would they be? So be careful of little things. And if you hear people say these little things over time, or there's a famous one, don't cut the pole. There's a reasons for this. Because it's a type of spirit. It's a type of spirit. So be careful with the spirits out there, guys. And if you are having problem with sexuality, and if you are having problems sleeping with 1,001 different men, that is a nasty spirit. You need help, and you need to find the nearest hotline, and it's not Hotline Bling. Okay? So I hope everyone enjoyed this show. I really do. This was an interesting one for me. You guys brought back a lot of memories from when I was pregnant. So I appreciate that. That was pretty cool. So I want to thank everyone who took the time out to listen to me, to come along with me for this ride. I appreciate it. I love you for that. And I thank you guys, and subscribe to my channel again. This is the one and the only Grace Reporter. Bye.